If you had to leave your house right now because there was a wildfire outside, what would you grab? What if you didn't know where safety was, how long you'd have to be on the road? How quickly could you get together enough essentials to survive for a few days? This is why we preppers make go bags that contain all the essentials that you can use if you have to evacuate your home in an emergency. Hey everybody, my name is Brian with Prepping for Everyone. Today we're going to talk about go bags. This is one of the first preps that I did and one of the first preps that I think a lot of preppers do. It's a pretty simple concept. It's a backpack or a duffel bag that's got enough supplies for you for when you have to evacuate your home in an emergency and don't have time to grab anything. There are a lot of different opinions about what should go in a go bag. I'm going to talk today about some things that I think just about everybody agrees should be in a go bag. And then I'm also going to go over just what I have personally chosen to put in my go bag. There are a lot of podcasts out there, and I'll link some in the description that talk about this. So let's dive in. All right, the first thing that you'll want to put in this go bag is a change of clothes that are comfortable. So you may be on the road for a couple of days, you may get soaking wet or dirty. Have an extra change of clothes that is at least as much as possible going to be suited for any different climates that you might be driving through. Hot weather, cooler weather. This is a tough trade-off to make. And you'll see with these bags too, that's kind of the problem. There's only so much room in this bag and there's so many things that you could probably think of that you want to bring. So you have to make trade-offs as far as what you're going to put in your bag. Definitely get one change of clothes, more if you're able to, for you and whoever's going to be with you. The next thing is no cook food for a few days. This can be canned goods. This can be packaged non-perishable stuff that doesn't require any heat to cook. Could be beef jerky as well, trail mix, stuff like that. One of the downsides here is you need to keep track of the expiration date on this food, and you'll want to, switch it out regularly to make sure that it's not expired when you actually need it. You can help yourself if you get food that you eat normally during just regular days, and then you can rotate that out, eat that food, and put newer stuff in once it's close to expiration. A solution for clean water. This is harder than just water bottles. You could keep, for example, a big pack of water bottles in the back of your truck or whatever. Instead, I have chosen to have a life straw, which are pretty cheap and make most water safe to drink. And also I have water purification tablets. The package is very small in size and easy to fit into any go bag, even if it's full at that point. From there, I'm just going to talk more about sort of my opinion and where I've landed on everything that is in my go bag. I keep basic medical supplies, basically a first aid kit in there, gauze, bandages. I've got a little staple gun, Band-Aids, rubbing alcohol, painkillers. Things you might need if you get a cut while you're out there on the road and there's no one there to help and you may not have access to, example, any store-bought items. Originally, I had a hand-crank transistor radio to be able to listen to emergency broadcast. I've actually replaced that with my Baofeng HT, now that I'm a licensed ham operator. We'll go over ham in another video. This will let you tune into a whole lot of emergency frequencies as well. NOAA and their National Guard emergency frequencies. I keep them all programmed in here so that when we're on the road and there's something going on, we can stay up to date. Another thing I think you absolutely have to have in there is charging cables for your devices. So you may not have time to go upstairs and grab your charging thing from the wall that you normally have at night. If you have those cables ready to go, you're ready to keep your phone and all your other devices that you keep on you daily charged as you're on the road. A solar USB power bank. This has been really helpful in camping actually too. This recharges the power bank by the power of the sun. So even if you're out of gas, you're out of everything, you've got something to charge a phone on in an emergency situation. They're pretty small too. Something to start a fire. So now we're getting into the scenarios kind of where you're stuck on the side of the road because there's a huge traffic jam and you don't know when you're going to get out of it. Something to start a fire, to maybe boil water or get some no-cook food a little warmed up if you had to. I also keep a thermal blanket in there. Imagine that you're stuck in a blizzard at some point and you're freezing, can't keep the car on for the heat because you need to conserve gas. The thermal blanket really, really works well at insulating from the cold. And they fold up really, really tiny, so they're so easy to fit into a go bag. I keep a headlamp in there. A little flashlight might work for you too. Something to see in the dark if you are stuck in the middle of nowhere. I like headlamps because it allows me to use my hands. And the ones that I have are rechargeable by lithium-ion battery. Any source of light is going to be a good call. If you have anything in your go bag that relies on old-fashioned batteries, I would keep some extra of those types of batteries in there. I've got a little multi-tool that folds. It's got pliers, a screwdriver, just for little basic handy stuff you might have to do along the way. I'll link all of this in the description too, by the way, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Most of these things are really, really cheap. Now, they add up, obviously, and you're going to have to put a little bit of an investment into your go bag. You don't have to do it all at once, though. You can do it piece by piece, slowly as you have the extra cash. Buy that one $20 thing, and then next month buy the next $20 thing, and so on and so on. And you can slowly build it up over time. I keep a couple boxes of ammo of the pistol calibers that I use. I know where my pistols are. I can easily grab them, and I know that I will when I'm on the way out. If you plan on bringing your rifles, I don't know if I just play it safe and assume that I'm not going to have time to grab my rifles, but you could keep a couple of loaded magazines clipped on there or something like that. It's really going to depend on what you plan on bringing on the road with you. A pocket knife for opening packages. I mean, I think if most people carry a pocket knife because they're so dang handy. So make sure you've got one in there that's going to be helpful for you if you don't keep it in your pocket all the time. This last one feels a little fluffier, but it is some form of entertainment. In the Helene video, we talked about how keeping morale up when you're in an emergency is really, really important. You may even just want to distract yourself for a while in an emergency. I keep a pack of playing cards because to me, that's a really versatile thing, right? There are so many different card games that we could possibly play to keep busy, keep our mind off of things. There's lots of other options too. Just some small piece of entertainment to keep your sanity going. Maybe you keep some movies on a tablet that you keep in that go bag or something like that. One of the things that I like about my go bag setup is that it's not just for that bug out emergency where I have to leave my house, right? These are great camping supplies that I can pick up whenever we go camping, and I can just throw them into a bag for that. Some of these things would be great if we had to hunker down, we had to bug in, we had to stay home. I would like having, obviously, my ham radio. If the water is not purified at home, I've got a way to do that. If the power's out, the solar powered battery bank is going to be really handy. And I chose a lot of the things in my go bag for that reason. I want to get multiple uses out of them, get the most bang for my buck. Now, the most important thing your go bag does is provide for you in an emergency where you have to leave your home. However, that doesn't mean that those things won't be useful in other emergencies. And then now you're kind of getting multiple different things to prep for out of one single bag or one single prep item. Let me know your thoughts in the description. If you've got something in there you think I missed or should have, or you think something I did is silly, I want to hear it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. And we'll see y'all again soon.